Everyone who starts out at Amazon Merch on Demand, they start out at tier 10 with 10 design upload slots. And it took me 3 months to get my first 3 sales. And then in the next month, my 4th month, I only got 1 sale. But this year, I've actually been consistently making around $1,500 to $3,000 each and every month. And I only spend about 1 to 5 minutes every day optimizing the ads. So in this video, I'll go over everything that I did to get to where I am today. Let's get into it. Amazon is the biggest e-commerce marketplace out there with the most eyeballs on it. If we sell on there, then we will inevitably take part of their infrastructure and also have the most eyeballs on our stuff. And their Merch on Demand program is a program where you can basically research designs, create designs, and then just upload them to Amazon itself. Amazon takes care of all the customer service and all the order fulfillment, which makes the opportunity as passive as possible with print on demand. However, they utilize a tier system where basically when you start off there, you start out with 10 design slots in tier 10 as they call it. When I started, I could upload 2 designs a day, and I could have a total amount of designs of 10 on my account. But with those 10 designs, you need to sell 10 items. And after that, you can get upgraded to tier 25. And at that stage, you can upload 25 designs, but you need to sell 25 items to get upgraded to the next, which would be tier 100. It's a tier system where you basically have to prove yourself each time to just climb the ranks. And it's worth noting that they always upgrade accounts and level up and tier up accounts in waves. It doesn't happen automatically. So they tier everyone up at different times during the year. But mainly the first 3 months was really hard. I uploaded stuff every single day. I could upload only 2 things a day, and then I maxed out my design slots after 5 days. And I tried so many different strategies at this point. I know a little bit about how to approach this, but it still took a long time to actually get this rolling. And in the beginning, I tried so many different things. I tried chasing trends. I tried cross niching, different niches with each other. Just tried so many different things. And it basically took 3 months to get my first 3 sales. And my strategy in the beginning was to basically, if I didn't sell anything for 7 to 14 days, I would just swap out all the designs, add some new ones into the account. So I would just delete the stuff that I already had to be able to upload other designs. But after 3 months, I actually got my first 3 sales. So basically here in June of 2022, I got my first 3 sales. I was so happy about that because I knew that if I could just get 1 sale, then I could make 1,000 sales. So this was just the biggest hurdle to get over in order to actually get going. And I had a totally different strategy since Etsy and Amazon are 2 completely different marketplaces. I approached this like seasonal niches, and I also did trending niches. And my first 3 sales were basically that. I think it was 1 seasonal item and then 2 trending niches. So yeah, this wasn't at all how I approached Etsy, but I really felt that it finally clicked, or actually that was what I thought at least. So the month after that, after I got my first 3 sales, I didn't sell a thing. So I went back to the drawing board. I tried to simplify the process. I basically removed design. So at this point, basically, I was like, okay, I have to do something else since nothing is actually selling anymore, which makes sense since there were trendy designs and also 1 seasonal design. These types of designs only sell during specific times during the year. So I removed all of my designs that didn't sell basically. And now I tried a different strategy, which was to just upload designs that are actually sold for me well on Etsy to Amazon, which sounds very simple, but I tried that out this time. Since they are completely different platforms, I thought that you needed to approach this differently, but since none of the things were actually working well for me, that's what I did. I just took down the designs that actually didn't work for me, uploaded the ones that were actually selling for me on Etsy to Amazon. And that got me my 4th sale in July here, basically. I got my 4th sale, and that was one of the designs that were selling me on Etsy are now actually sold on Amazon Merch. And then I thought, okay, this could probably actually work. So now in my 5th month, I was still really struggling. Remember, I was still in tier 10 at this point. I was now basically just trying out different designs that sold well for me on Etsy onto Amazon. I still dabbled with that whole strategy, but I still had to delete designs back and forth to find the ones that were actually selling for me organically on the platform. I wasn't using any ads at this point since you don't have any access to Amazon ads. I wasn't using any third-party ads as well for that. I was completely relying on my skill and the organic traffic that they have on the platform. But this actually worked. So this specific month, my 5th month on the platform, got me 43 sales, and this was huge. I went from 0 sales, 0 sales, 3 sales in my 3rd month, 1 sale in my 4th month, and then 43 sales in my 5th month, which was huge to me. I was finally rolling. However, I was still in tier 10. Being in tier 10 means that I can only have 10 design slots available on my account. So I can't scale it at all, even though I can only delete designs, upload new designs, which I already had done for 5 months at this point. So I was really waiting for being tiered up since I already have over 40 sales. I only needed 10 sales to level up and tier up to tier 25. But for some reason, I like wasn't a part of the previous tier up, even though I think I had like the sales and everything. So at this point in my 5th month, I had over 40 sales. I was still in tier 10, which was really frustrating. So I still sold about the same thing in September, but at this point, I actually got my first tier up, which felt huge. Remember, I had 10 design slots that I could use, and I had to delete stuff to make things better and to actually scale the account. But now I could upload 25 designs, which is basically more than double the amount that I could upload before, which was huge for me. So I kept uploading to just scale the account, and I worked on it every single day to make this thing work. And after this point, where I basically hit tier 25 in September, it took me basically 6 months to hit the next tier, but I worked on this every single day, trying to optimize, trying to make it better. But I really felt that the sky was the limit. And each and every tier up that came after this point, when they actually tiered up all accounts, I hit every single one of them. So I was a part of basically every single tier up until I stopped focusing on it each and every day. And it kept rolling for me basically after that. I wasn't making much at this point. I think I was making like here in October, I made 173 orders. In November, I did 66 orders. In December, 117. I think I made like $300 or something each month on it. So not that much, but something. But I just knew that I could actually scale this, and the sky really was the limit with this. Or since it basically is so passive. So the main thing that I want to convey here is that the strategy that actually worked for me to actually tier up my account to tier 1000, where I actually got my ads, everything changed when I got the ads, and I'll get into that in a sec. But basically, being successful on another platform like Etsy first was huge, because I could just, like, the thing that worked there worked on Amazon as well. Just uploading the stuff that works well on Etsy to Amazon was the thing that worked. Super simple, and I made it harder than it had to be in the beginning, but that was the thing that actually made it work. Chasing never-ending trends and stuff like that, in my opinion, it just leaves you to always have to upload stuff. And since trends basically, they rise and then they die, and that so you can get a lot of sales for sure within a specific time period, but you will always have to put your time into uploading, and it will take up all your time. Since, like, for instance, now I'm in tier 4000, so I'm in tier 4000 here, which I know isn't huge, but I've also made 9,000 sales so far. But this is because I have like 18 or 1900 designs up on the platform. I don't have to upload each and every day. It's much easier to approach this by putting up stuff that will actually sell throughout the year instead. But basically, everything that I did in the beginning was just upload things that sold well on Etsy to Amazon and make variations of it and put that up on Amazon as well. But Etsy was basically my main thing that I worked on, and it was my main testing ground, so to speak. And that whole strategy worked very well. I was focusing on both of those things each and every day. But since I got most of my, like, the biggest successes on Etsy, it was simple for me to just put the stuff from the things that were selling well on Etsy to Amazon. But everything really changed for me here in April of 2023, and that's when I got to tier 1000. Now remember, it took like a year to actually get to tier 1000 for me, and I put work in each every day to get to this specific point. If you're at a point where you have like, you're like in tier 200,000, I mean, all you need to do is optimize ads, and I've made that thing passive as well, as passive as it can be at least. And since you don't have to do any order fulfillment, no customer service, this whole thing gets as passive as it can be. It just isn't passive when you have to grow it, but once it's grown, it's as passive as it can be basically. But yes, everything changed when I hit tier 1000. And what happened for me here in April 2023 was that I actually got access to their ads platform, and I dabbled around a lot with it. The first thing that I did, the simplest thing that you can do, is just put everything in an automatic campaign on Amazon ads. Everything that's selling well, put it in an automatic campaign and just let it roll. And that got me this huge bump, basically almost double the sales here. So their ads is one of the main, I preach this on Etsy as well, but ads is a huge thing to actually garner sales, because on these platforms like Etsy, like Amazon, the thing that actually will get you like higher up in the search results, and if you're higher up in the search results, the more sales you'll get, but the thing that will actually get you higher up is to get sales, and the more you're seen, the more your sales you get. So at least it isn't always like that, but if you have like great sellers and you put ads on them, you will get more traffic, and that will usually lead to more sales if you're just pushing great sellers in the beginning, for instance. That's the easy way to actually approach ads. That's what I did in the beginning. Now, I won't go into my exact Amazon ads strategy in this video. If you'd like to see my Amazon ads strategy, please comment down below Amazon ads, and I'll know that you actually want to see that in a future video, but it will take a whole other video to just go through the nitty-gritty of what I'm actually doing there. But the main bump here, like from just grinding for like a year to actually get to this specific point, since I actually got access to their ads platform, and I was able to experiment with that, learn that, and as you can see on the growth curve here, it just gets bigger bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, usually like each month with their sales. And this specific year, I've basically earned around $1,500 to $3,000 profit each and every month, since I've been able to optimize the ads to lower the cost of them, but still have like great effect without it taking like more than like 5 minutes a day to actually like optimize. I have spent a lot more time optimizing it and setting everything up and stuff like that. But yeah, at this specific point in time, I'm not spending that much. I'm just spending 1 to 5 minutes every day, since I don't want to spend all day in an ads console. Now, if you made it to the end and you like this sort of stuff, then I suggest watching this video right here. It goes through how to actually make designs, which is the most crucial part of print on demand. In any case, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.